I will start with an introduction. My name is Anna. I am the product manager at our M2E Adobe Commerce Solutions. We've got a few today, except M2E Pro. We'll touch on that as well. And joining me today is my colleague Diana. She's the customer service representative, and she also manages a few services at our team.
Hi,
And
guys.
yeah, she and I together will guide you through the webinar today. And while we're still waiting for the people to join, and before we dive into our agenda today, I suggest that we start with just a very quick and interesting fact, which I found interesting, and you might know it. Did you know that Amazon FBA dominates over 50% of all Amazon Marketplace sales, which is a lot because it means that millions of products are packed, stored, and shipped throughout the network of Amazon fulfillment centers around the world. So today, this number means that there are a big number of products that FBA already manages. And with this in mind, it's not a surprise that we are going to discuss the Amazon FBA during our webinar as well. So let's take a look real quick at our agenda for today. We believe there will be 4 main blocks that we will go through. The main topic is the feature that we just released back in January, and we will share the idea behind it, the functionality, and the way to enable it. We will also share the feedback we already have from our customer, which is insightful, and you might find it useful for your setups as well. Share a little bit of plans, and we'll explain why we're doing that. And those plans are in terms of FBA management. And Diana will touch on M2E Analytics service, which you all have access to if you're already using M2E Pro, and how it can contribute to your FBA management. So during the webinar, feel free to drop your questions or share your experiences about the topic that we are discussing. And you have chat for that. And I believe you have a Q&A box. And we will be answering the questions by the end of the session. And you don't have to worry about taking notes if you feel a need for that, because we have the record on, and the recording will be available online. So I suggest that we move to the first part, the main, I would say, topic for the webinar and why we are arranging it is the feature of importing FBA product quantity into your Magento or Adobe Commerce platforms. So for those who have been with M2E, you are familiar with the grid at the top. This is the grid of Amazon listing, and it shows the products that you have listed or currently inactive on Amazon. And the fulfillment also is indicated here. So for right now, the FBA products displayed the quantity available in in fulfillment centers based on the schedule reports that M2E Pro receives from Amazon Seller Central. The numbers are regularly updated, but it's useful and maybe convenient for you if you are managing your products and listings inside the listing itself, inside the product list in M2E Pro. But it's not that convenient when it comes down to using these numbers for your ERP systems. For example, especially if you have a multi-warehouse setup and the numbers that are relevant to your FBA centers are important in your accounting, for example. So there is no need to go into a M2E Pro database and pull data from there any longer, because with the feature that we just released, you can have the FBA product availability imported to your Magento inventory source. The screen here shows just the way it can be arranged when the feature is on and working. So the FBA quantity import can be enabled for your M2E Pro instances. In your account settings, you'll go to Amazon accounts, FBA inventory tab, and select the source where you want the FBA quantity to be imported. If the source is not a part of your setup right now, you can go to your source management and create a separate source for your FBA quantity. If for some reason you have the multi-stock module disabled for your Magento, you will be asked to enable it to use the feature. And pretty much this is it. You understand that the import of FBA quantity is a part of your multi-source setup. You need to have it for your ERP systems or any other system setup. You enable it at the level of your Amazon account. And with that on, M2E Pro starts automatically bringing in the number that Amazon returns to your Magento products. I think with that, we've pretty much covered the idea that we were putting behind this functionality. And the reason why we want to emphasize it during the webinar and why we believe that it can be a useful part of your product management. It's not just our words. We've actually already received a feedback from an Amazon seller who has been managing their business with M2E Pro for over a decade. And you are welcome to get acquainted with it closer in our blog, but on our website. But the idea is that when you juggle between multiple warehouses and you keep track of different inventory levels of your various products, it's not that easy to pull the correct data from different resources. So the idea that we want to kind of show with this functionality is that we are happy to help you have the data in your Magento the way happened with this business. They have been using the M2E Pro database for quite some time, and it's been inconvenient. And when we realized that it's just a matter of adding a new condition to the extension, our team was happy to make it happen. So if you feel that such insights sparkle some ideas that can be helpful for your business setup and improve your workflows, welcome to ask us questions and maybe contribute to this already existing functionality so we can make it even more flexible and better and help you start a new path of FBA management within your M2E Pro. Moving on further, One of the big parts and ideas of this webinar is to share a little bit of our plans with you in terms of FBA management. For those who have been with M2E Pro and who have been selling on Amazon, know that there is not much what you can do with in terms of FBA. We import FBA orders. We help you manage inventory if it's a part of your Magento product inventory. And you do know the actual number of products in your warehouses, you know which products are managed by Amazon and which products orders are fulfilled by Amazon. But this is quite limited in terms of actual opportunities that you can have. And the multi-channel fulfillment is where we are headed next, or actually we are expecting to head next. Our 2024 has already started with the new selling opportunities on new marketplaces. Earlier in January, we have already launched our TikTok Shop integration for Adobe Commerce. We are just on the horizon to unveil our next integration with the German marketplace, Kaufland, in a few weeks from now. And we are planning to expand to the US market with the same TikTok Shop, which is a brand new marketplace for the sellers. But as for the M2E Pro, which has been on the market for a long time and proved to be stable, the multi-channel fulfillment shows to be something that sellers are looking for. And we received a number of interesting inquiries about the ability to use this pooled inventory fulfilled by Amazon for sales, not just on the Amazon marketplace, but also for sales on eBay, for example, or the Magento website. So we believe that this year will start moving toward this evolution to let you be more flexible with your already set integrations within the extension of M2E Pro. And why we are looking into this evolution is that besides the inquiries from the customers and Amazon sellers, and not just Amazon sellers, it's, first of all, it's the easy opportunity to grow your business within the same scope of, pretty much within the same scope of resources that you already use, and use the same FBA service for sales outside Amazon. And this is the efficiency. So you are, once again, using the same sources, but you improving your operations while cutting costs on, for example, delivery services, because we know that the more sales, the more logistics it requires. But in terms of multi-channel fulfillment, the logistics is already covered. So if it's something that interests you and you were reading about it, or you were earlier contacting our support team, this is why we are actually bringing it up today. We are open to your suggestions, and we are happy to hear how we can be helpful in the first place. We are just starting moving toward this direction, and your contribution to this process, to this evolution in M2E Pro will be much appreciated. So if you believe that you know what M2E Pro can bring to your already stable setup with this idea, please share it with us here today, or contact our support team. We will gladly discuss it with you, maybe arrange a call or look into the options that we collect. I believe I will be wrapping up here about the M2E Pro part as the extension, but we will continue and touch a little bit on the M2E service, M2E Analytics, which is also available to M2E Pro sellers. And my colleague Diana will guide you through this part.
Yes, thank you, Anna. Yes, I will briefly show you the capabilities of our M2E Analytics service for tracking and analyzing FBA sales and provide some examples on how you can maximize its usability. By the way, I saw some questions already asked, and we will just get back to them at the end of the by the end of the session. For a more focused view, we added a new feature that allows to check the FBA-related insights separately from MFN ones all across the app. It was previously all together mixed up, but now you can view them separately. For this, you can simply tick the needed FBA channel. This way, you'll see the general performance of FBA sales in particular, or in comparison to other channels. See the related expenses, such as fees that Amazon charged, and determine the most or the least performing channel. On the next slide, you will see that we have also added analytics by brands, categories, and product types to see which are selling best. And if you're interested just in your FBA sales, you can focus on that too. This information can be handy for figuring out what's making certain products successful. For example, you might find that customers love a specific brand or type of product, then you can, for some reason, and then you can use the similar strategy to boost other items too on this experience. Plus, you can spot opportunities to bundle products that go well together to make more sales. You can also check how well your FBA products sell. It's on the next slide. Thanks, Anna. You can see how often they are returned and which items are not creating sales at all. The app shows items that haven't been sold for 1 month or more. This may be items stagnant at Amazon fulfillment centers, which of course require your attention. It could be due to pricing or some visibility issues or some other issues. So we recommend checking such products from time to time to address the related issues and prevent your items from getting aged. Use the data on the best sellers. It's a top selling products tab to ensure that these products are well stocked on Amazon and they can meet the high demand. You can also export all of these products in any of the steps. I mean, unsold products, top selling products, refunded in a CSV file if this format is more convenient to use. Let's move to our profit analysis page. It shows the margins overall and per product within a certain time frame. To make the data more accurate, you can also upload your product costs here manually for now. This may help to evaluate your product prices and find ways to save on costs. By the way, we're also about to release a new M2E Analytics Connector for Adobe Commerce. In order to automate this profit calculation, so that no manual actions are required from your side. If you'd like to try out this new app, you're welcome to email our support team, and we will provide you with the extension as soon as it's available and help you install it. So in general, it's useful to keep an eye on the data in Analytics app to look for patterns and check how well things are going. If you've seen something working well, you can do it more. If otherwise, you can change your approach and try some other things or strategies to improve the sales. That's pretty much it, I believe. As usual, if you have any ideas, what else may be useful in our app, please send them to our support team. Thank you for your attention. I think we can move to the questions part.
Diana, thank you very much to sharing your experience with M2E Analytics. Sometimes I feel like people either they use M2E Pro or they are just new to to our products. They don't know that they have more opportunities than just one extension. And I'm happy that we are sharing this insights here with M2E Analytics. If you have doubts how it can be useful for you, how this service can be applicable, we are happy to inspire you and make you believe that that's a must-have tool today, because the products we develop, we know why and how they can be beneficial for the businesses. It was a short step out of the webinar plan. So we are, as Diana mentioned, we are moving to our Q&A. I already see that we have questions and we will try to cover them all. If some of you still leave this webinar with the questions, we are happy. We are available at support@m2epro.com. So please, anytime, reach out. We will be happy to answer the questions. I'm not sure if you will see the text of the questions, so I'll read them out loud, and so you know what question we're actually answering. I saw that you recently implemented a listing on Amazon Business. To which marketplace does this extend? From which countries? We support Amazon Business on all marketplaces that Amazon supports. And if you a user of M2E Repricer, I will use this chance and mention here that you can also reprice your Amazon Business prices. Now, it became available, I think, late last year in cooperation with the Amazon team. We developed this feature because it wasn't that straightforward. The repricer is quite a complex tool in the background inside, though it seems quite straightforward outside, but it's available now. And what we are about to launch in February is the ability to synchronize your Adobe Commerce prices to your, both for B2C and B2B prices, to your repricer, if you are the repricer user. If you're not the repricer user, please email us. We will make you be sure that you need the tool for your Amazon sales. Okay. The next question, except for TikTok Shop, what other marketplaces are you planning to add in the US? For the US market, TikTok Shop is, I wouldn't even say that it's first in the list. We are working into this direction. We are still getting first experience with the TikTok Shop in UK, but the next integration that we are about to launch For the US, it's Etsy market. We've got number of requests. We understand that it's a specific market, and not all businesses would be selling on it, but number of requests that we receive makes us understand that there is a need for that. So this is another marketplace that is going to become available in 2024. The next one. Do you get eBay fees in analytics? Tayana?
Yes. So far, we receive only Amazon related fees data, but right now we're working on adding eBay fees too. This task, I believe, in the middle of implementation. So I think it's the eBay fees will be soon available in analytics too. Yes.
Great question, actually.
Yes, and the next question is, will the new connector work independently of M2E? The short answer is yes. It's a individual extension. It will work. You can install.
I will jump in here and help Diana a little bit. For right now, for the first iteration that we are releasing it's actually already available. Is that we are not broadcasting and we are not making a lot of hustle about it. For right now, it's working in cooperation with M2E Pro extension, just because it was a first iteration and it was faster for us to release the extension. But our idea and plan was to get the feedback on those who need it outside M2E Pro. If you're not a user of M2E Pro, but you are still interested in it, we'll make it possible. But we believe that we would first, understand if it's something that sellers and users need, and then make it happen. So if you are one of those, we will mark this question here during the webinar, and you're welcome to actually share your experience why you're not an M2E Pro user with our support team. Okay, more questions.
Yeah.
When do you plan to launch on Etsy? I would say it's not sooner than Q3 of 2024. Sometime in summer. We hope to go through this path of development and launching and becoming an official partner. We are still in process. Faster, and we have experience with other marketplaces, but just because Etsy is completely new for us, we haven't dealt it with before. We are not promising to be faster than Q3, but maybe by the end of Q2, it's already out. Okay, thank you for thanking us. Okay, next question. I'm not sure if this is the same question as above, but I've been using M2E Pro for more than 10 plus years. I love it. Thank you. Really appreciate this feedback. But I'm thinking of moving away from Magento. Will you have a standalone with based M2E product that can be used? Actually, thank you for bringing it up. Our final slide, I will move to it right now. And we feel a need to share that M2E ecosystem today is not just an Adobe and Magento based. We started off as a Magento based solution, and we've been on the market for over 16 years. But during the last, I would say 5 years now, we've been working in quite a few directions. And there is a sale, it's a M2E Cloud solution. I think I will use that term because it unifies the services that we have already incorporated there. It's a standalone service based on the experience that we've got from Magento and marketplace integrations with M2E Pro, but the cloud products and the sales channels, which is the integration service, is independent from Magento. If you are planning to move to Shopify, for example, you can use Shopify as the source there. If it's a different platform, please share the details. We will let you know what opportunities you have with the M2E Cloud today. And the great benefit of M2E Cloud is the team, because we have a separate team working on M2E Cloud, though we are one big M2E team. They are very flexible in terms of user feedback. In comparison to M2E Pro, the M2E Cloud is a fresh and young product, and we want to make it useful for the users. So if you believe that the feature that you need is not there, let us help you and we will develop it for you with the service that we created. And it's a cloud-based service. It's very easy for us, and we are quite open for the feedback there. Okay, what integrations are planned for M2E Cloud? We can share what integrations we already have. Diana, do you want to join me on here?
Sure.
We interact with them, with the cloud team more, and I think you will be more insightful in this respect.
Basically, yes. Currently, there's BigCommerce, Shopify, Equid, WooCommerce integration that are available to connect to marketplaces, and pretty much the same integrations as M2E Pro provides and is going to be providing will be extended to the sales channels. So it's going to be TikTok Shop, Etsy, and the same. I believe it's the same, and it all depends on the user's request, right? So that's our users who bring us these ideas to add more integrations. And so if you have any ideas or any need for some kind of integration, you can always let us know by email or right now, or yes.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you. Let's start with the first one. About FBA in general, what does it stand for? It's fulfilled by Amazon. This is a world-known program that Amazon offers. You may be selling as a merchant and fulfill your products, your orders yourself, or you may use the service of an Amazon fulfillment center, send your items there, and once the product is ordered, they will pack it for you and ship to the buyer. So it's something that Amazon has been offering for a long time, and many sellers actually opt for this option while they still continue selling as merchants and ship the products themselves. Thank you for this kind of an intro question. It was a good one to, even for myself, to remember what it stands for. What are the requirements to open a TikTok shop in the UK? Oh, actually, there are not many strict requirements. I think I'm comparing the requirements to Walmart, because Walmart was the previous marketplace that we launched. The main requirement, I would say, the presence of a business in the UK. So they would want you to prove and give them documents that you are registered in the UK, like a passport or license. And if a seller is not a UK resident, but a European one, that would require a different set of documents. But as a seller, you may start selling and register your account, your seller account, right after you have the opportunity to provide the documents that they require. We already have a few sellers that are using the extension that we launched, and from their feedback, it wasn't a difficult actually registration process. So I believe if we trust the experience, I believe it should be an easy task. Thank you for the question. When do you plan to launch Kaufland Marketplace? We are almost done, because I work closely with all teams and with the development team as well. We have great plans to make it available in March, because we are actually pretty much done. This is going to be a first version that supports the basic functionality, like you can install the extension, you can provide the settings for automatic synchronization, you can import your already active items on the channel, and make sure M2E M2E Kaufland extension updates them based on your Adobe Commerce data and regularly. So, and the orders, of course, and the order management is a part of the extension already. So this is what we are about to unveil in March. And we'll be happy if you join us for this first version if you are interested. Your multi-channel fulfillment will eliminate the need for M2E Pro. No, what we are planning to do is that M2E Pro stays as the center of this multi-channel fulfillment element. So it's going to be where the multi-channel fulfillment is possible. So what we are picturing right now is that when you sell on Amazon and you are using an FBA fulfillment center, we want to make it possible that you use the same pooled inventory that you already sell there, but you may also use the service to manage your transactions on your Magento website and on your eBay or Walmart. So let's say you make a sale on eBay, but you don't want to ship it yourself. You want Amazon to ship it for you. So we will synchronize the information about the order to the fulfillment center, where they know that they have to also take care of the order and ship the item to the buyer. But the eventual data will be available in your Adobe Commerce platform, and M2E Pro will help you do that. Okay, next question. Which additional marketplaces beyond TikTok Shop are you considering launching in European Union? I've already mentioned Kaufland, which is a German marketplace. The Otto marketplace, which is also a German marketplace, is coming next. And we are starting working on Etsy marketplace. We will be starting with, I believe, the US market first, and then see when it's time to expand to Europe. But if you are looking for a particular marketplace and it's not in the list right now, please share your plans, or maybe you're already selling there. Let us know the key markets that are important for your business. What's the pricing for analytics?
That's mine. It's actually the analytics tool comes in a package for our users who already have our services like M2E Pro, or we also have M2E Cloud services. That's just for information, so you can use it in a package. Currently, no additional fees are applied here, so you're welcome to use it at your convenience. And the next question is the TikTok Shop extension currently available only in the UK? As mentioned in the email newsletter, are there any plans to launch it in other marketplaces, Anna?
Yes, for right now, the TikTok Shop integration for Adobe Commerce is available in the UK. This is the first market that we selected from UK and the US, because we were not considering the Asian markets. We may, if we have inquiries about that. We are about to move to the US later in the upcoming months. So for European territory, UK is the only market, but actually this is the only market that in Europe that TikTok Shop launched themselves. Pretty much. If they appear in European Union, we will definitely cover those territories as well. Okay, where to locate categories and brands? I think it in terms of analytics.
Yes, it's inside the analytics app. It's the first page of the app that when you look in it, and it's sales overview, and there is a section about top selling channels where you have different channels in lines, and you can click on these lines. They are clickable, and dive into this data. There will be brands overview, and for eBay this will be categories, and for Amazon this will be product types. Pretty much, yes.
There is another question. Can I ask it right away here, because it touches on analytics as well? Can you show us where to find M2E Pro Analytics? And I'm not sure I have seen it. Just a few directions, maybe how we can enter.
Yes. If you use M2E Pro, there is in the latest versions of Adobe Commerce, there is a dashboard in M2E Pro where you can where the link to analytics is located, so you can go in M2E Pro and click on the M2E Analytics, and you will be redirected to this service, or you can just type in the browser analytics.m2e cloud. That's it, and you will have the access to that service. Or another way is to go to your accounts, M2E accounts, and there will be all the services that M2E Pro provides, and you can go to analytics from your account.
Yeah, exactly. The services that are core services, if you are an M2E Pro user, can be found in your customer account. So I'm talking about M2E Analytics and M2E Amazon Repricer. If you are not using that, you can learn about that also from your custom account. So you'll see a tab with a link that will take you right there. And the information and documentation can be found also there. So please use your customer account as a data source. We are actually turning it into a kind of heart of where all of your services will be available, because the number of services is growing, and we want to make it as convenient for you as possible. So I think your customer account will be the place where you will be managing and accessing them from just one place. Okay, a little more questions on FBA. Does M2E Pro support mapping both FBA and non-FBA SKU on Amazon to a single SKU in Magento? Yes. In a short way to answer that, yes. If you are not sure how to arrange it, our support team will help you with the possible setup. So it's either from through arranging different listings, and you will be adding the same Magento product to different listings and then map them to this same product on Amazon. Just one SKU will be under FBA, or offered as FBA, and the other one will be offered as a non-FBA. So yes, it's possible. We have setups like that. You may ask for help or assistance, advice on how to arrange it. Okay, a few more. Is it possible to sell products by Prime label through M2E? We have no indication of a Prime label inside the listing section, but when it comes to orders and you are a Prime seller and you have Prime orders, they will be coming in with a label Prime. You can filter out them. You can manage them in a faster way with a faster speed of delivery. So the Prime is a part of order management for right now. What's the storage cost like in a warehousing? There is no storage warehousing service in M2E. We're actually once thinking of that, but it never came live until now. In terms of FBA storage cost, it's better to consult Amazon documentation. I know they update costs from time to time. We receive newsletters as well when they're about to do that. So Amazon would be a better source of information like this. Oh, thank you. We have a thank you question. We like it. It was interesting. Thanks a lot for joining. I'm really enjoying this time, especially with the Q&A session. Do you have plans for integrating Debenhams and B&Q? We haven't planned it yet, B&Q, sorry. But we will mark it as something to research on. And we were thinking of actually, because we are receiving different requests of new marketplaces. We are right now collecting the data on what's actually important for sellers in Europe. So we might just include it in some questionnaires that we are about to arrange. And if it's something which we were, like not paying decent attention, we may as well look into this direction. How well integrated is analytics to attributes in M2E Pro? We have cost M2E Pro automatic analytics. This is, I believe, the best question that we could have received today. Thank you for asking that. And I can start, Dana may join me if you wish. We've received requests like that, and we actually received requests like that back in 2023. And finally, beginning 2024, we've launched a analytics connector, which supports this integration with Magento attributes and M2E Pro. So it's very simple and straightforward, but it actually covers the need that you are asking about here. The connector takes values of your cost attributes in Magento products and brings them to the analytics service and helps you calculate the profit based on the orders that you may have on the channel and the cost of your product that you set in your Magento. If it's something that you're looking for, please get back to us through the email at support@m2epro.com. We are happy to install it for you, give you the instructions, show how it works. You don't have to do much. You actually don't have to do anything. It will work for you. You just have to actually monitor and check their profit calculated. Diane, I think you showed the screen where it's available in analytics, right?
Yes, there was a profit analytics page, so it's going to flow in there.
Yeah, great. Thank you for bringing it up here. Okay, I think it's the last one. I can find M2E Pro FBA options. Can you show that slide again? I believe you are talking about the latest feature. You may not have the latest version installed, so please install the version that this feature here, right? Please install the latest version. It's available there. We launched it beginning of January. And if you're upgrading through Marketplace, through Adobe Marketplace, there is a version, the one before we launched it, so it's not available there. You may use the packages or GitHub and install the version through there, or our support team can install it for you if you wish to start using this feature here. And I don't see any other questions. You may have them and drop them later, but what I would like to do at the very beginning, I want to thank you for, I really enjoyed this part, and thank you for joining, taking your time and your interest. And for those of you who are not familiar with our M2E products that are available today, this is just a short, brief intro to our network and ecosystem of M2E possibilities. It's not just Adobe Commerce today. We do have, M2E Cloud, the whole world of integrations there, and we are actively working on adding more channels and platforms there. So if you are not a Magento seller, you might be interested in what we offer with M2E Cloud services. So please feel free to contact us and we will share what we can offer you. Okay. How to, we've got more questions, I think.
Yes, there's one more. How to integrate FBA Analytics. You don't actually need to integrate anything. The service of analytics is available to you already. You can just type in your browser analytics.m2e.cloud, and you will be redirected to your account where you can go check all of the FBA related data. It's already done for you. There's nothing you should do in this regard. You can just check it out and see if you have any questions. You can contact our team and we will get back to you.
Right. It was a good question to finish. And once again, thank you all. You have a great day. And because we are planning more webinars, if you have time to join us next time, please do so. We'll be happy to see you again. Okay, thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you.